Hello there. If you have been searching for osteoarthritis relief, congratulations. You're at the right site to get the information that you'd like to probably help you relieve some of the joint pain associated with osteoarthritis. Hi, my name is Brad Thoma, and I'd like to share, first of all, a little bit about myself and what has led me to this and all the research I've done on osteoarthritis. So, being born and raised on a farm, and the work that we had to do from a very young age, and our diet and everything included, has led me up to this stage of very bad osteoarthritis. So, osteoarthritis, it comes from, it's an umbrella that covers the causes of osteoarthritis. It could be your diet. It could be your physical activity. Perhaps you inherited this. So there's many reasons for your osteoarthritis. And like I said, growing up on a farm, we didn't eat properly. One of the things that led to a lot of inflammation, and especially for my mother, and this is a big thing for a lot of women, osteoarthritis really affects a lot of women from, could be as very young age, late teens, but most prevalently in 50-year young women. My mom had it really, really bad. And I say had it because she passed away last year. And so I got it. I inherited a lot of things from my mother. Things I'm very grateful for, some things not so bad. So the thing is, on the farm, we ate a lot of bread. Mom baked bread every morning. And bread, as you probably know, if you've done any research on osteoarthritis, gluten is a great big inflammation creator in your body that will cause you joint pain. There's many other products that you should not eat that will cause inflammation in your joints and cause you joint pain. So, I love the outdoors. That's a given. I can't get enough of the outdoors, especially being born and raised on a farm. We were very active as kids. Like I said, we had chores in the morning, and after school, my brother and I, a year younger than I, would do a lot of playing. Anything to do outside, we did it. So fine, let me fast forward a number of years back to city life. I loved working with my hands, and the big thing was I loved creating. So in creations, doing things on a farm, let me go back to that for one moment. We had to learn how to do things on the farm. We couldn't go to town and have this done. We had to learn how to do it ourselves. If you wanted something built, you built it yourself. So that led me to get into the home renovation business. And over the years, that wore me out. Really wore me out. People would actually laugh at me that, because I couldn't get up. I'd get down on the floor and I couldn't get up because I was in too much pain. My knees were hurting too much. I'd have to use a chair, or I'd have to have a client help me get up. The pain was ridiculous. I had to actually give up the home renovation business. And, I loved my indoor rock climbing, my hiking in the mountains, cross-country skiing, anything activity-wise, pickleball, loved all that stuff. Over the years, 5 rotator cuff surgeries, 3 in my right shoulder, 2 in my left. And one thing I've learned in the last few years is the tissues that make up ligaments and tendons and the cartilage in your joints is collagen. And so one thing I've discovered in the last few years of a lot of research, and I don't like to talk about a product unless I use it and find that the difference it's made for me. I can't share a product from a company that I haven't used and experienced and benefited from myself. So one product I've been using for the last just a little over 6 months is Liquid Collagen. It's I take 2 tablespoons a day. It has 1 gram of collagen. It increases your hyaluronic acid that's in your body already, increases it by like 2,600% or some ridiculous amount like that, and chondroitin sulfate. So the products in here, because it's a liquid and it's type 2 collagen, this is what mirrors the lubrication in your joints that you have already, or I should say maybe that you've had and it's wore out. And this product here, I was using twice a day. And let me premise this first by a little bit. 3 years ago, I started physiotherapy. And well, mind you, I've been using physiotherapy for years because of the torn rotator cuffs in my shoulder. I couldn't do the exercises. They were just way too painful. And then 3 years ago, I started physiotherapy again. And one thing I've learned, if you're not getting the results from your doctor or personal trainer, your physiotherapist, your naturopath, whatever it is, search for somebody that's going to give you the results that you're looking for. So I found a physiotherapist that was giving me the results that I was looking for. However, I was still in a lot of pain doing the exercises, so I wasn't doing them that much. So when I discovered Liquid Collagen, the company that produces this has been around for 30 years. So they got a fantastic track record. I'm going to trust their product. And this product is just absolutely amazing what it's done for me. And the reason I prefer the liquid one versus over the powdered collagen that you would find in the stores is the powdered one takes too long to get into your system. A lot of times it won't even get into your system. This one here is brought down to a molecular size, so it's easily absorbed into your body, and it actually mirrors the fluid in your ligaments and tendons and cartilage that you have in your body. So that's what made a real deciding factor for me, that I didn't want to put something to my body that's kind of like not natural to my body, that's foreign to my body. So this product here is the closest one that I found in the world that mirrors the fluid in my body already. And like I said, it has 1 gram of collagen and hyaluronic acid and chondroitin sulfate. And I started off taking 2 tablespoons a day, 1 in the morning and 1 in the late afternoon or evening. I've done that for probably 4 to 5 months. Now I'm down to just 1 tablespoon a day because I've already rebuilt the cartilage in my joints. Like I had 0 cartilage left in my knees. I was a welder years ago, and I would think nothing twice of dropping to my knees on the concrete without knee pads. And oh my gosh, that just wore out my knees. I was seeing a rheumatologist for that. I was getting cortisone shots in the shoulder. My family doctor of 25 years told me my left knee is going to have to be replaced. That was a few years ago. I am doing things now with my body that I haven't done in 30 years. I'm back into the home renovation business, and it actually amazes me. I'm in some really tight places. Let's say I'm in the attic of our house, or I'm underneath the kitchen sink, and I'm actually aware of, oh my gosh, I couldn't do this before. I couldn't kneel down to get into this spot. I couldn't twist and turn to get into this spot because the pain I was in. And then, even like now my physiotherapy, I do it every day and look forward to it because it's pain-free. And that being pain-free, that means so much to me that it just, now the things that I haven't been able to do before, I'm doing. Back to the hiking, back to the cross-country skiing, back to ice skating. I take, my condo is on the 4th floor. I take 2 steps at a time. One of my sports that I didn't start till after I was 60 years young was paragliding. And paragliding, sure, you fly down a mountain or fly down a hill, but you got to hike back up. And I feel so darn good to be able to do that and actually be pain-free, which is just means the world to me. So I don't know what age you are, whether you're male or female, but I'm sure there's activities that you probably had to stop doing that meant a lot to you, whether it's playing with your grandkids, whether it's some favorite physical activity that you loved and you can't do it anymore because it's bringing on pain in your hips and knees. And this is particularly made for osteoarthritis to help relieve pain associated with osteoarthritis in the hips and knees. So that was a biggie for me. I'm doing things, I'm crouching down with my knees now with my exercises that there was no way in the world that I've done before. So I can't stress enough the difference that this has made in my body to be pain-free at 62 years young now and feeling like better than 30. And another bonus to this thing for type 2 collagen in the liquid biocell, in the liquid form, is the skin benefits that it has. And as far as, tightening up the skin, reducing the sagginess in the skin, and of course, lessens the appearance of wrinkles. It's also fantastic for the hair. My hair has never grown like this before in my life. Even my barber, he's amazed how often I see him to get a haircut. The fingernails, it's fantastic for the fingernails. There's just other benefits than to relieve the osteoarthritis ailments that you have in your knees and hips. So I can't recommend this enough. I will send you the link if you private message me, and if you subscribe to this YouTube video, you hit subscribe on there. You can find me on Facebook, either Brad Toma or Bradley Toma. Friend me. I could send you a link to have a look at the product yourself, and I could show you how to save money like right instantly with this product. You don't have to become a distributor. You could just be a wholesale customer, which is fine. And there's people that actually make money on this product just by recommending it to their friends. So I love it, and I did become a social marketer because it's made such a difference to my body that how could I not help share this with? I mean, it's hundreds of thousands of people worldwide that suffer from osteoarthritis. And it is a very uncomfortable, painful situation, as you're well aware of. And doctors they have their way of treating it. They could either give you hyaluronic acid injections into the joints, into the knees or the hips. You could get steroid injections, which are you're limited to those, and they actually wear out your joint. To get cortisone shots, so that's the product I'm talking about, is cortisone. So that's a steroid. I used to have those injections into my shoulder. They're terrible, terrible, terrible for the joints. There's the powder. However, the powder is not absorbed into the body because it's not broken down into a small enough molecular size that the body absorbs it. And this is a big thing here, is I wanted something that will be absorbed into my body as fast as possible. Another thing, and I may have mentioned it, my knee was supposed to be replaced. Now it's a non-issue. I just feel so darn good. I mean, it's just, I could go on and on about this. What I do now, and feel so good when I see people on the mountains or the hills where I paraglide from, and I tell them that I didn't start my activity till after I was 60 because I'm feeling so darn good. And to be pain-free like this, because pain, as you know, will change a person's personality. It's just one of the worst things. You don't sleep well, and hey, if you're sleeping, that's when you're healing. So I can't stress that enough. Again, subscribe to my YouTube channel, like it, share it, do whatever you have to. find me on Instagram, Bradley Toma, I think on Instagram, and again, Facebook, Brad Toma and Bradley Toma on Facebook. And I will send you a link to get a discount on this when you private message me, and you can enjoy the benefits of this liquid bile cell just as I have, and find some relief in your life so you could do things that you love doing. Like again, like I said, whether it's playing with the grandkids, out there skating with them, or running around, chasing them around, just doing things that you would never thought that you'd ever do again. So thank you so much, and I trust that you found value in this, and you will find relief from using this product. It works. I love it. And one more thing I'd like to request is, when you friend me on Facebook, I would like to have you join a group. It's called Real Results 2.0, and it's from tens and tens of thousands of people that have their testimonials on that site from using liquid bile cell. And so I'm not the only one that has positive testimonials. There's tens and tens of thousands of other people, and mostly women, that have fantastic results from using this product. Wish you all the best of health, and because if you don't have your health, so thanks very much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. Have a great one, everybody.